Hello and welcome back to the Wishing You Well podcast. This is the podcast where we talk about simple, sustainable ways to take better care of ourselves, one small choice at a time. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. This is an episode all about setting yourself up for success in the new year before the game even starts. I'm calling today's episode Gearing Up for a Healthy 2026. Get your gear ready to play. And no, this is not about perfection or extreme discipline or completely reinventing yourself overnight. That's what all the noise coming at us about New Year's resolutions seems to be about. This is about something much simpler and much more powerful. It's about keeping the equipment you need for your wellness goals right near you, handy, so that healthy choices can become easier, more natural, and more sustainable. So let's focus on this important point. You can't play without your gear. Let me start with a simple question. If you wanted to play soccer, would you show up barefoot with no ball? If you were training for a marathon, would you leave your running shoes in the trunk of your car, buried under your groceries in the middle of winter? Of course not. And yet, when it comes to our health and wellness goals, we often expect ourselves to just make it work without the tools, without any setup, in an environment that doesn't support our success. We rely on motivation, that's true. We rely on and need willpower, absolutely. We have this mindset of, I'll just figure it out when I get there. But wellness doesn't work that way long term. The people who succeed aren't more disciplined than us. They're just better prepared. So the core idea is to keep your gear ready. Recently, over the holidays, there was a bunch of NBA games almost on all day, every day in my home. It was either basketball or football. And I heard one of the color commentators or play-by-play commentator observing that one of the players on one of the teams, I couldn't tell you which player, which team, which game, happened to fall out of his shoe as he was running towards the basket. And the commentator said, "It's the basics. Come on, get your gear ready to play." And that made me think about what we need to do. The simple strategy for our success is to keep our gear, the equipment that we need for our wellness goals, visible, accessible, and ready to use. So that's it. It's simple. It's not complicated. It's not expensive. It's not an extreme approach. It's just intentional. When your gear is ready, the barrier to getting started with your goals is lower. Your decision fatigue is reduced. The habit becomes easier to repeat, and the chances that you're going to put it off also lessen. And that's where simplicity, success, and sustainability come together and live. So why does this matter for 2026? As we're gearing up in this new year, many of us are probably sharing the same thoughts. I want to feel better this year. I want to be more consistent. I want to make habits that actually stick. This is the year to stop asking, why can't I stay motivated? Why can't I do it? We need to start asking ourselves, is my environment helping me or hurting me? Your environment is always influencing your choices, whether you realize it or not. This, after all, is going to be the year of the fire horse, and we'll talk more about that in a future podcast episode. But what that means is that it's a year where we can go forward with unlimited potential. So get your gear ready to play. Number 1, movement and exercise. If one of your goals for 2026 is to move your body more, whether it's walking, stretching, strength training, yoga, qigong, whatever it is, ask yourself this: where is my movement gear right now? Are your sneakers hidden in the back of the closet? Are your workout clothes stuffed away inconveniently in a drawer? Is your yoga mat rolled up and stashed somewhere and you've forgotten where that is? Now imagine the opposite. Your sneakers are by the door. Your workout clothes are already laid out. Your yoga mat is unrolled in the corner of the room. Which scenario makes your ability to do the movement more likely? You know the answer to that. You don't need more motivation. You have it already. You just need less friction. What we need to do is create a default movement setup. Keep your shoes by the door. Lay out the clothes the night before. Leave your exercise weights, your resistant bands, where you can see them. If your gear is visible, it's usable. If it's usable, it's doable. If it's doable, it's repeatable. You get the idea. So get your gear ready to play. Number 2, nutrition and nourishment. We're talking now about food and hydration, not rules, not restriction, not a special diet, just nourishment. It's actually one of the best things that we can do this time of year. If you're like me and you're in the northern hemisphere, it's cold. We are wintering and we need to give ourselves warm food and drinks. If you eat in a way that supports your energy and health, you'll be asking yourself, is this the food that I want to eat? And is it easy for me to get to it? When we're tired or busy or stressed, we don't reach for what's healthiest. We reach for what's closest and fastest. So instead of relying on willpower, try relying on placement. So examples of being ready to play with your gear for nutrition would be this: keeping your fruit bowl on the counter, cutting veggies and putting them in clear containers, labeled containers, in your refrigerator. I just did this moments before I came on air to talk to you. Having a water bottle you actually like drinking from and keeping it near you at all times. And putting the healthy snacks at eye level in your pantry or your refrigerator. Like I said before, being healthy in this new year isn't about a restrictive diet. It's not about banning foods or being rigid. It's about making supportive choices the path of least resistance. Ask yourself right now, what can I prep once that will help me this whole week? That makes it simple. That makes it sustainable. All right, get your gear ready to play. Number 3, rest, sleep, and recovery. Rest is often the most overlooked piece of wellness. I talk about this all the time with my students and my clients, many of whom burn the midnight oil on a regular basis. That used to be me. I'm so grateful that my health improved dramatically when I changed my wicked ways when it came to my sleep or lack thereof. We say we want better sleep, but our sleep environment doesn't always reflect that goal. So let's talk about sleep gear. Is your bedroom set up for rest? Is your phone charging right next to your pillow? Do you have a calming routine, or are you doom scrolling until exhaustion? When you get your gear ready for rest, it'll look something like this. Your phone will be charged outside the bedroom. You'll keep a book or a journal with a pen on your nightstand. You'll switch to soft lighting in the evening. You'll have a consistent wind-down routine. Sleep isn't something you want to crash into. It's something you prepare for. And preparation is a form of self-care as well as self-respect. Think about if you were caring for an infant. You wouldn't just crash that infant into bed. There would be a whole wind-down routine that might include a warm bath, some soft music, some lavender lotion, lullaby music, a bedtime story. You deserve the same wind-down treatment and care and respect that you would give to someone whom you love and are caring for. Get your gear ready to play. Number 4, mental and emotional wellness. Wellness isn't just physical. It's mind, body, heart, spirit. If your goals for 2026 include less stress, better emotional regulation, more mindfulness, living a calmer life, then ask yourself, where is my mental wellness gear? It could be your journal, keeping it within arm's reach like I mentioned before. A note on your phone with reminders set up for you to breathe and get grounded throughout the day. Perhaps setting up a quiet corner for breathing or reflection, meditation, and having a playlist on hand that helps to regulate your mood, to calm you down. When your tools are nearby, you're more likely to use them before you start spiraling into stress and anxiety. That's called prevention instead of reaction. Something that's really important for us to remember as we head into this new year, 2026, is the power of being ready to play, but not worrying about being perfect. Your gear doesn't need to be fancy. Your routine doesn't need to be Instagram worthy. Your habits don't need to be perfect. They just need to be ready. They need to be ready to use on the hard days. Your gear needs to be ready to support you when your motivation dips. And your gear needs to be ready to meet you where you are. Our consistency is built on ease, not pressure. Simplicity and sustainability will equal success. Here's a gentle and simple challenge that I want to leave you with. Sometime this week, do a wellness gear check. Ask yourself these questions. Number 1, what is one wellness goal I care the most about for 2026? Number 2, what equipment supports that goal? And number 3, is that equipment visible, accessible, and ready to use? Then choose one small adjustment that you can make right now. Move something, lay something out, prep something once. Small changes will create big momentum. So as we gear up and get our gear ready to play for 2026, remember this. You don't need to become a new person. You don't need to overhaul your life. You don't need more discipline. You just need to set the stage for the healthy and happy life that you want to live. Get your gear ready. Make it easy to play. And trust that small, supported steps will carry you forward. I'd love to hear how you're going to put your small, simple steps into play. Feel free to comment in the comment section. Share this podcast with someone that you think needs some suggestions for how to get their gear ready to play. And until next time, please know that as always, I am wishing you well.